Gentlemen, welcome back to the shop today. A treat especial, a tidy little package from the man himself, a bomb 79, Adam Booth, as well as I refrain from calling this Quinn Dunkey's box, as she has called me on misogyny in the past. Misogyny, I says. All my favorite people are ladies. Anyway, we got past that. She is a brilliant engineer, built her own confuser, and has started getting into machining. If you're thinking about buying a kind of lower grade Chinesium lathe to get started, she'll get you up to speed on what you need to know in order to get that into a useful tool. Quinn Dunkey, of course, started this off. It's a Machinist relay. So normally what you do is you envision the device that you need and you work backwards from there, enacting the steps in order to get to the end product. This flips it on its head. The box goes from place to place and gets something added onto it as it goes, and nobody knows what the end result is going to be, if it's even going to be remotely useful. But I think at best it's going to be some sort of Rube Goldberg-esque device, and at worst it'll be art. Not a particularly auspicious start. And forgive me my sizzling bacon in the background. The dewclaw is in town, and he has kindly taken to learning how to further his welding career.
Did I tell you?
It'll hold. It'll hold.
I'm not good at this?
It'll hold. It'll hold. Pandora's box is ajar. It's actually cardboard. We got not Pandora's box. Oh, thank goodness. There's no styrofoam peanuts. Dog bless you guys. Something heavy. I needed this. This is a two-hander. It's like going to the stickers. How did they know? I love stickers. He's gonna have to print off some new ones. He's slimming right down compared to that. You know, you want to keep a dog around for a long time. You gotta keep him slim. He's losing weight like a bastard. Not to worry, I'm finding it. And hey, cocktail weenie skewers. I myself don't like to stick the. In all our sons command. Ooh. This is a relief, a huge relief, because it was made by humans. I was a little bit worried that I wouldn't measure up. You know, my machining, quite frankly, maybe I'm a little hard on myself, but this, I'm going to show you some things that don't come through on the cameras when you watch the videos. Nary a soul amongst us does not love watching some hot clapper action on the the shaper. And the finish looks so incredible. But you can see, look at this. This is really interesting. But you can see here, because that tool is actually moving really slow, and A-Bomb is quite fastidious about his tooling geometries and his grinding and his honing. So I would, I'm going out on a limb here, and I'm gonna say it's part of the process. Because it's moving, the tool is moving very slowly. It's galling up. You can see the individual grains here. Once in a while, it picks up a grain and peels it off. Fantastic segue the shaper is for what come next. Dan Gelbart, a bona fide genius, made, probably 5 years ago now, a series of videos on machining and prototyping for PhD students, essentially. I think that was his target audience, but it's fantastic. He has rebuilt a shaper on his channel, and unfortunately he doesn't make videos anymore. But he also does flexors, like those compliance gorillas I messed around with, that Dr. Larry Howell had made. So what we're going to do here, in fromage to both Dr. Larry Howell and Dan Gelbart, I believe his name is. I haven't fixed it with a mnemonic aid. I'm going to make a flexure for this. And it's going to use Quinn Dunkey's little dingus splitter here as a indicator needle. I had a special request from, oh, I'm in manuals here. Manual, there we go, autofocus. With the G's-less welding over there. I had a specific request from both Quinn and Adam that we get this bloody great G's-less golem warmed up and get it to dance a jig for this particular project. I approached Chris DePrisco to give me a handy out behind the dumpster on this one, and he kindly obliged. Thank you, Chris. He made the model of Dan Gelbart's flexure plate, and we're going to make this out of aluminum. Now, Dan had made these on his waterjet cutter. Well, I don't have a waterjet cutter, but I do have a CNC machine. So we've changed some of the dimensions, what we could glean, made it suitable for milling. Now, if you look at this thing, we got a bloody great bunch of real thin slotting to do, an hour's worth. In and of itself, this is an engaging and interesting device because there's tactile feedback to get tiny little movements. Normally you'd use this for lasers or optics, or we don't have that kind of thing. We're not messing around with that kind of thing. We're going to try and use it to measure end mills visually. Yeah, stick around, I'll feed you, baby. I'm not entirely sure it's going to work, but as he said with a smile, he wasn't sure it was going to work, but he wouldn't be the one to say so until he tried. We're going to try. The fandango this thing's going to stutter step is we're going to probe it into G56. We're going to come in with the 2-inch face mill, deck this off, 10 thou, and then we're going to come in with the 1/4-inch spotting drill, spot all the holes. We're going to come in, drill those holes. Then we come in with the 1/2 inch, do the periphery and some of the clearing, adaptive clearing. Then we come in with the 1/4 inch, finish off the periphery because the previous step was with the rougher, leaves kind of a nasty looking edge. Then we come in with a 1/8 end mill, and we do a 2D contour because the adaptive, it doesn't like slot clearing, so we do a 2D contour, and we just come down 1 millimeter at a time, and I'll let the thing chooch for roughly an hour, see what we get. We'll have to flip her over and deck off the excess. And because that's all thin wall, there's going to be some fuckery involved. Monkey-like shiny. Never works out the second time. Cut her a little short there, let alone the first time. Flexures broke, decking off the back end. So I got a little trick to show you. It entails going to the homeless despot. Because this flexure is designed to move, it'll weeble wobble all over the place, likely break. We'll use this blazer platinum that we moved and some great stuff. Fills gaps and cracks. I wouldn't know about that, but the dewclaw is coming over. Takes a little bit to stiffen up. Still not fully rigid, but it's pretty good. Now she's affixed proper. We're going to deck off the backside. Krista Prisco preemptively let me know that if you got some geometries that are real thin, you're worried about the weeble wobbles, what you can do is take tiny bites. So I'm going in this direction, climb milling, so that when we cross this flexure, we are cutting in the strong direction. We gotta, yeah. We deformed on this first stage input here, with lever reduction, and broke clean off on this pivot. You'll note there's no urethane foam in there. We'll have to be more fastidious with the application of said foam, as well as maybe be a little bit less aggressive on the machining. The majority of my birthday cake is candles. However, I still make mistakes when you're iterating. If you get it right the first time, it's because you already done it. So in keeping with the overarching theme of bumblefuckery and general shop dickery, blasted this part out. I had a 1/4" end mill, 100 thou step over, 1 millimeter deep, 40 thou millimeter deep. I think I came in too aggressive with the shell mill and busted this clean off. So we're changing, I machined this already, and I got her chooched here good and proper through the magic of TV. What we're gonna do here, you see this urethane, it didn't really partake of the party too well. So what I did on this one, I just left it open and jammed the foam in there, let it foam up, just to get it just to aid the sticktivity inside these galleries. And then I cut it off, leaving the residual in here. Then I reapplied the foam and quickly closed it up so that that would prevent the cells from growing over much.